Thank everyone for coming to Digital Media 3.0. We are so excited to have everybody here. I'm definitely the most unqualified person up here to talk about this subject, but I will do my best. I work for Millennial Branding. My name is Tim Hare. I'm going to be the moderator. I'm the events director, so this was partially my idea. So thank you. You make me look really, really good right now. In front of my boss, our CEO, Mr. Dan Chabelle, who's going to talk to you guys for a couple minutes, and then we're going to get started.
Thanks, Tim.
You can clap. It's okay.
Can everyone hear me in the back? Put your hands. Thanks, everyone, for coming. We've been working this event for, I think, 4 months at this point. So this is a big summer event. Hard to get people out for the July timeframe, but I'm really happy to be here. And we're going to talk all about social media, the new wave of digital media, from Square to Foursquare to everything in between. So it's really exciting. I remember when I was first starting off in the social media world, Larry had his book out, Marketing the Social Web, and I heard him speak, and now he's speaking at this event, so it's really, really exciting. We're happy to have him here and the rest of the panelists. This event is sponsored by Domain.me, and you can pick up your own .me domain name on GoDaddy or another hosting service. We also have sponsored and partnered with Brand Networks, and you get your picture taken in the back, or after. We're doing a book signing for Larry Weber's book, Everywhere, and you're going to be able to get your picture taken in this area with Larry himself. So we're really excited. If you want to sponsor a future event, there's Bill Connolly. You can talk to him. He's pretty tall, so you'll be able to spot him. And without further ado, we're going to get started right now and enjoy the next hour. Thank you.
Thank you very much. So Larry, what does digital media mean to you, and how has it changed and improved your business and job over the last year? Softballs, we're starting off soft.
Well, I think we're in the biggest change of media probably in a couple hundred years, so it's a pretty big deal. I mean, I started a digital agency, one of the early ones called Thunderhouse in 1994, and all we did was go to big companies and they gave us a box of brochures and said, put it online. So that's only 17, 18 years ago. I think we went through the digitization of database and direct marketing, and now we're moving into a deeper social and what I call the fourth wave of computing, which is obviously what everybody's doing, which is mobile, rich media, the cloud, which all that is a bunch of servers that you don't own. As far as marketing goes, it's going to be radically changed because where the rub's going to come in is where paid media fits. And paid media right now, this year, will do $165 billion in television advertising. And you got to go, half of it's DVR'd. Would you want to be the CMO that goes into the CEO and says, well, half of it must have been seen? And how you start to integrate and how you work this and how you engage. And I think the most important change that's happening in digital media this year, and it will continue, is that we have to understand content strategies. And if you don't understand content strategies and the importance of content, you're not going to go anywhere. And I mean, there's loads more, but that's a start. So.
Perry, how's it affected you as the Chief Digital Officer at Harvard?
So Woody Allen said that 80% of success was just showing up. And I think for Harvard, what that has meant is that Harvard needed to show up in a big time. So for a while, Harvard was not doing that much online on the internet. It's a pretty well-known educational brand. We're very fortunate to have a lot of applications, a lot of great professors, and a lot of good stuff going on no matter what. But digital and social gave Harvard a tremendous opportunity to say, what happens with our content strategy? What happens if we put all this great stuff up online? So we've been able to work very effectively with the schools and the professors and the students in some instances. So for a comprehensive digital, social, and mobile strategy, be able to surface the content and all the great stuff that's going on around the university. Because without that, you do end up with what Larry alluded to earlier, brochureware. You end up with the communications office telling one canonical story of Harvard, when of course with the university with 12 degree-granting schools, there are many stories and many individual stories of Harvard. And it's really forced our hand in terms of delivering sort of real, authentic, direct content versus trying to synthesize and deliver one sort of institutional story. So it's given Harvard a lot of voice.
Stephanie?
This is going to be really fun to play with. So what does digital mean to me, right? Digital media. I think digital media means to me something probably a little more personal. I'll go the personal route. It has changed my life, and it has changed all of our lives. I think, and just so you know, full disclosure, I'm a bit of a Larry disciple. So it's this is the industrial revolution of our time, and we're in the midst of it, and we have yet to see what's going to happen. And I think what digital media is doing is allowing us to see all this transformation in a rapid way. So we're going to be able to see the impact on industries, on education, on people's lives, and children, and everything that we do. So digital to me is a very personal experience, not just from a business perspective, but it's in a lifestyle, kind of anthropological perspective. How has it affected my business? Well, when I was in publishing at CBS, it affected it greatly. I mean, we talk all the time about traditional media, and I think what it's done is it's made journalism transform itself into telling stories in a very different way, and it's creating conversations of how do you tell stories in an authentic way when journalism was ultimately about facts. And that's revolutionary, right? So it's changing the game and how we convey information, not just from a content strategy of a brand, but how are we communicating with society, and how are we kind of expanding on that. I think from a business perspective of the publishing space, it's transforming it tremendously, because ultimately dollars are shifting in different places, and you need to figure out how you're going to compete in that space to be fiscally responsible when you're a publicly held company. So you have to think in terms of how does digital technologies and how do these digital strategies inside your business impact everything. And so in publishing, they're going through this process now. And now I'm in shopper marketing, and this is blowing my mind to think about how ultimately every industry is touched right now by digital media. And when you're in your industry, you look at it kind of individualistically. But I would urge all of you to take a step back and think about the impact it has kind of on a macro whole level. So to me, that's what digital media means.
I actually think all media is or is becoming digital media, and here's why. So every year around this time, we get in front of our clients and we do media landscape presentations and look at the upcoming year and what all of our clients should be thinking about. 2 years ago, we were in front of one of our clients and we were doing the traditional media section, but we were talking about billboards and digital out of home. We were talking about radio, but it was more streaming radio. We were talking about television, but the emergence of connected TVs. We were talking about print and magazines and newspapers, but how tablets would soon, this was 2 years ago, be offering them through tablet devices. And so, from Holliday's perspective, we are a digital marketing agency, hands down, and we can no longer be thinking about media as traditional, digital, and social. We have to be thinking about media and marketing as just marketing.
That's really interesting to think that it's just becoming the norm, and it's, like you said, it's not going to be subsect anymore. It's just going to be, now we're talking about media. So next year, look for our media panel.